Welcome to English with Miss Julia. This lesson is aimed at both beginner and intermediate learners. We read a story with the title Lumi, the Brave Snow Leopard. I encourage you to pause the video regularly, identify new vocabulary, and practice your pronunciation. That being said, let's get started. High in the icy mountains lived a young snow leopard named Lumi. Her fur was as pale as winter clouds. The peaks around her glittered like diamonds in the sun. Lumi loved her home more than anything. Every morning, Lumi watched golden light touch the snowy cliffs. The cold air made her whiskers tingle. She stretched her long tail and leaped across the rocks. The mountains felt like her playground. Lumi was curious about everything she saw. She followed tiny paw prints in the snow. Sometimes she chased snowflakes as they danced in the wind. She believed every day held a new adventure. But Lumi had a secret worry in her heart. She was afraid of loud thunder and roaring winds. When storms came, she hid behind thick boulders. Her brave face disappeared in the howling noise. One morning the sky turned grey and heavy. Dark clouds rolled over the mountain peaks. The wind began to whistle sharply through the passes. Lumi felt her paws start to tremble. She ran toward her favorite cave for safety. The cave was small, but warm and dry. Her heart beat fast like a drum. Ka-toof, ka-toof, ka-toof. Outside, the storm began to growl. Suddenly, Lumi heard a tiny cry. It sounded thin and scared, like a lost bird. She peeked outside even though her legs were shaking. The cry came again from behind a fallen tree. Through the swirling snow, Lumi saw a baby mountain goat. The little goat was stuck in deep snow and couldn't move. Its eyes were wide with fear. Lumi knew she had to help. The storm pushed against her strong body. Snow whipped across her face and stung her eyes. Every step was hard and heavy. Still, she moved closer to the crying baby. Lumi spoke softly to the goat so it would not panic. Her voice was calm, even though her heart was not. She dug the snow away with her powerful paws. Slowly the goat became free. The baby goat tried to stand but slipped again. Lumi bent down and nudged it gently. She used her warm body to block the wind. The goat felt safer beside her. Together they started toward the cave. The snow made deep tunnels around them. Lumi kept looking back to make sure the goat followed. She refused to leave the baby behind. A sudden roar of thunder shook the mountain. Roar! Lumi jumped in fear, but did not run away. She took a deep breath and stayed beside her tiny friend. Courage slowly replaced her fear. If you are enjoying the story thus far, please click the like button and do consider subscribing to our channel. This way you may be notified of our future stories. At last they reached the cave. The goat curled up close to Lumi's warm fur. The storm screamed outside, but could not reach them. Lumi felt proud of herself. The baby goat soon fell asleep. Its breathing was soft and steady. Lumi watched the cave entrance carefully. She had never protected anyone before. The storm lasted for many long hours. Ice rattled on the rocks like falling glass. Lumi stayed awake the whole time. Her bravery surprised even her. Finally, the clouds began to break apart. Pale sunlight slid back over the mountains. The winds whispered instead of screaming. Peace returned to the land. The baby goat woke up and bleated happily. It jumped in little circles. Lumi laughed in her heart, even though snow leopards never laugh out loud. She felt lighter than the clouds. They walked outside together. Everything sparkled under fresh snow. The mountains looked cleaner and brighter than ever. Lumi loved seeing her world shine again. The goat pointed its nose toward a nearby ridge. Lumi followed and soon saw a herd of mountain goats. The baby ran to them with joy. Lumi watched with warm eyes. The goat's mother bowed her head in thanks. She gently touched Lumi with her nose. The herd made happy sounds of greeting. Lumi had never felt so important. As Lumi turned to leave, she felt something new inside. The storm no longer scared her as before. She remembered how strong she had been. Fear felt smaller now. On her way home, Lumi climbed higher than she ever had. The peaks looked endless and grand. The wind brushed her fur like gentle song. She walked proudly. From the top of the tall ridge she saw eagles gliding below. The sky was wide and blue. Lumi lifted her face to the sun. She felt like a queen of the mountains. When another storm cloud appeared far away, Lumi did not hide. She stood tall and watched it calmly. She trusted herself now. Her courage was growing every day. She returned to her favorite cave just as snow began to fall again. This time she smiled instead of shaking. The sound of the wind was no longer her enemy. It was just part of her world. Inside the cave, Lumi remembered the baby goat. She thought about how good it felt to help someone. Helping made her stronger. It filled her heart with warmth. When the storm passed, Lumi went outside to play. She leaped across cliffs and rolled in fresh snow. Every jump felt powerful. Her fear was melting away. Soon other animals noticed Lumi's bravery. Birds chirped when she passed. Mountain goats watched her with respect. Even the eagles nodded in the sky. Lumi realized she was not just a snow leopard anymore. She was a protector of the mountains. Her courage belonged to everyone around her. She carried it proudly. The seasons began to change. Snow slowly turned into shining ice rivers. Flowers peeked through cracks in the rocks. Lumi loved watching the world grow. One afternoon she heard distant thunder again. The sound rolled across the peaks. Lumi stopped and listened carefully. Her heart stayed calm. She remembered the storm and the baby goat. She remembered how she had not given up. The thunder did not control her anymore. She controlled her fear. Lumi climbed to her favorite high rock. The clouds moved slowly across the sky. She stood strong against the wind. The mountains felt safer with her there. And so Lumi the snow leopard became known as the bravest cat of the icy peaks. She still loved to chase snowflakes and explore every ridge. But now she also loved helping others. In the heart of the mountains, her courage shone brighter than the snow. Thank you for reading this story with us. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button and do consider subscribing to our channel. This way, we may reach learners from all over the world and assist them with their English language. We look forward to seeing you in our next story.